Hello and welcome to Matt Loves Eurovision. It's my Eurovision 2026 Top 35 countdown. It's place number 8, Malta, Aidan, Bella. Please do click the subscribe button, ring that notification bell and like, share and comment below. So the island nation of Malta is up next in my countdown, and it's the second of the two Mediterranean islands in the contest. And this year, with Iceland boycotting, it is the second smallest country in the contest by population. Now, despite their small size, Malta has punched above its weight in the contest. No wins yet, but they have had 2 second places and 2 third places, and with that they are probably the most successful country not to have won the contest yet. And they are one of only 4 countries who have not missed a contest since 1991. Now, the last 10 years have been somewhat tougher, just 4 qualifications since 2016 and 1 top 10 result in that time. So can Aidan help Malta improve on that recent record? Now, Aidan Kassar, known mononymously as Aidan, is a 26-year-old singer from Malta who has actually quite a long connection with the contest, or at least in terms of trying to get to the contest. In 2015, he competed in the Maltese national selection for Junior Eurovision. Then a few years later, in 2018, he was in the selection for Adult Eurovision. And again in 2022 with a song called Ritmu. While that did not win, it topped the charts in Malta. It was runner-up in the national selection. He performed it at the London Eurovision party that year, and he also happened to be the spokesperson for the Maltese jury votes in the Eurovision Grand Final. Bit of a blip in 2023 because he had to withdraw. He was disqualified from the Maltese national selection. But this year he finally got his chance to go to Eurovision as a competing artist. Winning the national final, he got a huge jury score, and that was enough that even though he was runner-up in the public vote, the combined totals were enough means for him to win. Bella is co-written by Aidan, along with 2 other writers, one of whom is Sarah Bonici, who represented Malta in 2024. It's a pop ballad, leaning very heavily on an emotional feel. There's a certain, I would say, sultriness in Aidan's vocals. And of course, being Eurovision, we've got a memorable or repetitive chorus. We do hear Bella an awful lot. It does build to a dramatic conclusion. It's got a big orchestral element as well. It's all quite dramatic. But one notable feature of this song is the use of Maltese as well as English in the song. It's been 26 years since we heard any Maltese on the Eurovision stage, when there was a spoken word section on Maltese in the 2000 entry. But it's been 54 years, 1972, since we've heard Maltese sung at Eurovision. That alone, I think, marks this song up for me somewhat, but I find this a genuinely enjoyable and impactful ballad. I like the way that the song progresses, I like the mixing up of the tempo and of course and the type of vocals, the strength of the vocals, and I think Aidan really sells this well as singing well. Now, in my opinion, this does stand out a bit from the rest of the songs in this year. It's a bit more of a classy entry, almost a throwback in a way. Yet it doesn't feel too old-fashioned. Now, of course, the Eurovision scoreboard tend not to be too generous to male ballads, but this has actually performed pretty well considering. So maybe does that bode well for its qualification chances? Well, the scoreboard version of the semi-final puts this into the qualifying spots, but we should note that Malta's qualifying record has not been great at all of late. They really struggle to get the televote, any televote. They were in last place in their semi-finals in 2023, although that did have the juries as well, and 2024. And even with the huge fan favourite that was Mirjana Conte's serving, that only scraped through to the grand final in 9th place. And that was with televote only. Luckily for Aidan and Malta though, the juries are back in the semis, and they do like Malta. Only snag is that Bella is in the far more jury song heavy second semi-final, but it's in a fairly good running order spot, second from last before Norway. But the caveat is that it does follow Albania. The odds, though, do have this going through, although it's not a sure thing. I do hope it makes it. Aidan's been working so hard on the pre-party circuit this year. I think he's been to more than anyone else, and but also in all of these years, and that he's been hoping to get to the contest. And I really do hope that we do get the chance to hear Maltese sung in the grand final. But what do you think of the song? Do you think he'll get to the final? Do let me know, as always, in the comments, and join me again soon.